maybe more than, maybe 3 days in this place. Last boys died. They not take us away, the Americans.
Were you happy when you realized that the Americans were there and you were going to be liberated, or were you too sick to know?
I didn't know. I was thinking I could die. I was, I could die. What happened? The Americans come in from the beginning. They not had tired, It's soldiers, So anyway, we was laying like this, and they give us in some food to drink, and we cannot eat. So that's our hospital in Ebensee, a big hospital. In this hospital was German soldiers. SS was laying over there. And the Americans, they not take us to the hospital. They not had time. I tell you the truth, they was busy, They was still going to fight over there. But they was not fighting. In Austria, they opened for him the borders, they let him in, the Americans. They was keeping back the Russians over there. And the Americans, they let him. The Germans, they let in the Americans. Now, so anyway, in the concentration camp, the people, our people, what they was, they went in the hospital, they dropped out the Germans from the windows, they kick them out, and they put us on trucks, they people, our people, in the concentration camp. They put us on trucks, they carry us out on their hands and take us in the hospital. We came in the hospital, wash us, clean up, Were
there doctors there?
We was doctors. We not want the doctors, the German doctors. We was afraid of the Germans, they kill us. We was doctors, our doctors. In concentration camp was doctors too. As they come over there, they take care of us. We kick out the doctors, the Germans, They kick out, the people that they was able. But they was able to work, to do something. They kick them out, they bring our doctors. And our doctors come, they take us, everybody, put in the bed, and they say the first thing, but they say, don't eat nothing. Don't touch food. What we go give to you, then that you go to eat. If you go eat, you go be dead. No stomach, nothing. So that was true. When they come, the sisters, they work in they bring some food, they eat for themselves. Or these guys, they was able already to work in the bedtime, and they go to steal some food, they eat, they die. They die. They put me in shot, they put me shot in my body. I was for 6 months in the hospital. After 6 months, I go out from the hospital.
Where'd you go after you left the hospital?
After I leave the hospital. After I leave the hospital, I went in the camp. But this was in the hospital. I went in the camp. But the P camp, they call it, DP camp. DP, DP. They call us DP.
Oh, DP.
DP. All of the people they was in the camp. They call us DP. And they make a camp for us over there. They give us food, everything.
In the same place where the concentration camp had been, or a new place?
No, another place. Another place. We had everything over there, drink and eat and food and everything.
And who was running this DP?
DP, they was around the American Army. I think the joint something was together already. It was.
And you finished recuperating at the DP camp?
Yeah, finished recuperating, and after that, I feel good.
How long did that take?
I cannot remember exactly how long I was there. I just want to tell you, I was after this, I decided I go to Poland to look with my eyes, with my hands, if somebody survived. I go look where I am born, in my country, in my city, where I drink the water. I want to go see over there. So I go over there. I go to Poland. I come in a city, Radom. Was a couple of Jewish people over there, not many, maybe 10 people over there. I no had money, I no had nothing. I had come in this strife over there. And they tell me, I don't have money, they give me money, they give me food, the Jewish community. There was maybe 10 people, I find. They ask me, where are you going? I tell them I'm going to Gniewoszow, to my city. Oh, they say, don't go over there. They go kill you over there. That's what after the war. Don't go. They go kill you. The Christian, the Polish people. I said, why they go kill me? Because you're Jewish. The Jewish people told me. I don't listen to them anyway. I sit down on the railroad, on the train, and I go. I know every place over there I read in Poland. I'm born there. I go. I come middle of the night to a station. The railroad no go through to our city because it was a little place. You stop before maybe by 10 kilometers. So I already on the railroad where I travel from Radom to our city was already Polish people sitting over there. And they know me. They know my parents, my father, my mother, all of my family. I know them too. They come to us. We was working for them, everything. And they say, oh, you still alive? Like this. Oh, you're still alive? They wondered why I survived. This way they talk to me, you know. It was so bad for me. I not say nothing. I asked him, somebody live in the city? I asked him, somebody alive over there? Oh, yes, they say, maybe about 5, 6 Jewish people. I asked him where they are, who the name. They not tell me exactly. They tell me, but not exactly the same. I come my hair, I know hit hair on the head. I stay like this on my head, you know. In the night I come. I ask them where they are, these people, the Jewish people. And they told me where they are. I go over there in the city. But about 3 o'clock in the night, and I come, I knock on the door. They was afraid to open the door. They was not afraid for German. Was not German there. They was afraid for the Polish people. So when I knock on the door, I say, I recognize right away a voice from a woman. I recognize. I say, oh, Sarah. And she recognized me too. And they open the door, I come in, was crying all the night. And we take off the shoes, you know. The Jewish people, they praying, they didn't shiver, you know. We didn't shiver all the night. We cried all the night.
And Sarah was a friend?
She was a friend, no.
From your town?
Everybody in this small city was like one family. She know me. And I asked, who was alive from my family? Nobody. He say, one cousin, my cousin, he survived the war, and after the war, the Polish people, they kill him. They chop his head off with a axe after the war. Polish people, they kill him. He survived by the Polish people, other Polish people. He survived, and other people, they kill him. I was in this city one day, in this city. I look around, I see everything is destroyed. I see the horses we was leaving, Christian leaving over there, Polish. I was afraid to go over there. I was afraid. If I go over there, they kill me. They think maybe I won't take the house of it. I was afraid to go. I just looked everything. One Polish guy, he was a good friend of mine before the war. He was like a brother to me. And he come to me. He said, come to my house. I go to his house. And he give me to eat, to drink. He show me he got a gun. And he say to me, he is in the AK. AK, that was an organization, they hate Jews and communists. They kill Jews in communists. That's what that organization, AK, that's what they was hating the Jewish people and killing. And he tell me, this guy, he said, go away from here. And tell the other Jewish people too, 5, 6 of them over there, should they go away too because we go kill him. He told me, like a brother he was to me, you know. And I was sitting talking to him and crying all the time. Because you know my brother, he was working for us. He was also a shoemaker. He was working for us, with us together, before the war, you know. In our house, he grew up. He eat and drink with us together.
And now he hates Jews that much that he's in this
He was the organization, AK.
And he's in this organization?
He was the organization. He showed me a gun. I was sitting with him. He showed me ammunition, everything. He told me, we work again. And he asked me what I go do. I told him, I don't want to tell him I go away. I say I come here and I go make with you a business together. We go run a business, we go make We got to be good, we got to build up something. I say, you know, we run a business, we know what to do. Oh, he says, it's a good idea. He say, I got to put my brothers in too. I thought, don't worry, I'll fix up everything. So, anyway, he told the other people, should they go away? I go over there, and I told these people, go away from here. One lady, she had a passport to go to America. She was married to a guy before the war. He went to America, but she had no time. The war came out, and she no come to America. And she was survived by Polish people in the war. All of these 6 people were survived by Polish people. And
the Polish people had helped hide them?
Hide them. They survived. But good people, too, like I tell you. Was 36 million people, Polish people, and was 3.5 million Jews in Poland, was maybe, I would say, 90% good ones, 10% was no good, anti-Semites, you know. All over you got it. So anyway, I told these people, I told them, go away where you can. They go kill you here. And I say goodbye, I go. I have to go to sleep in the same day to this guy. I was already afraid to sleep with these people over there. My Jewish people. I was already afraid. And I just told them, run away where you can. They don't listen to me. They give me money, they give me to eat, they see. And I go back to this guy to sleep by him. I made safer by him. I was afraid too, but I see I made safer. I sleep on the roof, on high, you know, high, where the horses, the pigs are, you know, he put me in, he was afraid trying to be in the house if the other guys come in. They have maybe a meeting, you know, the Aka, they come together. You know, one of them they see me in his house. He say, you sleep over there, on the roof, you know, where the high is, where the pigs, the cows. I sleep over there. I not sleep. I think, what shall I do? I'm afraid. I survive, and I go die here. 3 o'clock in the night, I went down, and I go away. I go away to the railroad station, 10 kilometers. I was lucky, right away come the railroad, and I go away. I go away to Lodz. Lodz, that's a big city in Poland. I stay over there, and I run away. I went away, back to Austria. Right away, back to Austria. And I married over there. And stayed.
Where in Austria did you go?
I was staying in Linz, in the P camp. Staying over there in the P camp. The P, you know what it is.
Right.
I was staying over there. I came back. I tell you right away. I just want to figure out, to see. I figured out maybe I go away someplace in the world. And I don't want to have on my mind that I won't be sure. I don't find nobody. I won't be sure. You see, all of us could be in my mind. Maybe somebody lives, somebody's alive. Maybe somebody over there where I grew up. I go there to make sure, to make my body clean. I looked over there with my hands. I look everything. And I go back to Austria. I stay in Austria. I went to, and late I could go to America in 1945, right after the war. So I decided I go to Palestine.
Had you met your wife yet when you went to Palestine?
Oh yeah, we was married already.
You met her where?
We married. I met her in Poland. No, we know already before each other.
Oh, you knew her before the war?
Yeah.
And then you found her?
You find her. We was together in Austria. We had 2 kids in Austria. 1947. And 1947 we went away to Palestine.
Was it difficult going to Palestine, or did someone help you?
Oh, it was very difficult not to go. You know, go to Palestine like you go today by plane or by ship. You have to go from Austria to the mountains, to the hills, and to do not go with papers. You go not legal. You have to go through the mountain on your stomach to go down. So nobody see you. But the Worten von Israel, the Haganah and the Brecha, in the Jewish joint, they was run this business to how to take the people out from Europe to Palestine. And when we come from Austria, through the mountains, through the hills, I carry one baby here, my wife carry another baby on his shoulder. We come to Italy. Italy was waiting a bus already, a truck. And we go on the truck takes us to Geneva. Geneva to the, that was the ships over there. We was already waiting a ship, a little ship, not like a big ship. And on this ship maybe can go maybe, it was a boat ship, but they catch fish, you know. And on this ship maybe can go maybe, I don't know, maybe 40 people. We put in maybe 200 on this boat. Babies and old and young people. In the England, there was in Palestine there, and they don't let the Jews in. And they catch the Jews, they put them to Cyprus, when they catch them. But this guy, he run this boat, he was a Greek. He know he already take Jewish people to Palestine. So he had telephone, he talked all the time with the Haganah in Israel, with the underground in Israel. They tell him where to go, and where to stay, and where to wait. He cannot go straight to Palestine. You have to wait maybe about 20 kilometers away on the ocean, and they come over there. He go away, the England, they not catch us. They not catch us. When he come the underground in Israel, they take us with little boat, and they take me right away in the underground. I was like a soldier, take my wife and two babies. They put them in a camp, all side, a camp. It was very bad. There was no food, there was nothing then, nothing. It was very bad.
Why did you decide to go to Israel rather than to the United States when it was easy to go to the United States and hard to go to Israel?
I tell you why. Because, first of all, I saw already what they did with the Jewish people. And I say myself, if I survive, I'm a Jew. And my father was a big patriot, Zionist. And I say, if I survived already, why shall I not go help? Shall we have a country? Like everybody has a country. If you had a country before, this tragedy, Holocaust happened, it would not happen to the Jewish people like this. I said like this, I said to my wife, I said, and I no want nothing. I no want to be a millionaire, I no want to go to no place. And they told me, Americans, they told me, you can go, you can no need in a papers. We liberated you, you can go. I said, thank you, I appreciate you liberated me. Why am I Jew? My body is Jewish, everything I want, go help over there to people. That's what happened. I go over there, I was in the army, 3.5 years, in the Israel army.
What was life like in Israel?
In the beginning it was very bad because, we had to fight with the Arabs, and with the England, and then we already become a Jewish nation. The Arabs attacked the Jewish people, we had about 600,000 Jews, and all the millions of Arabs, 7 Arab countries attack us. We had nothing, just with the hand to fight, and we fight them. So, thanks God, you see, we have a country, and I'm very happy. I was in the army, and I survived, and I did my part, and I'm very proud of this. I stayed with the rifle, I stayed with the machine gun, and I fight, and I did what I could. And so I was in Israel. Later, after I come out from the army, I worked, I was very good.
What kind of work did you do?
I was a shoemaker in Israel. I worked.
And then you decided to come to the United States. How did you decide?
I'll tell you what happened. I decided to go to the United States. I like Israel very much, too. My wife, she have a brother and a sister in America. And she cried all the time. I don't have nobody. Everybody is dead, too. They kill all the family. She has a brother and a sister in the United States. And she said she won't go to the United States because she has a brother. I understand it.
Your wife is also a survivor.
Yeah, she also survived. She was also survived the same thing that I survived. Maybe not like this, different way. So what I thought that I had to do, divorce to survive, or go to America. So I say, nothing wrong with America. I did my part already for Israel. I was a soldier, I fight, I was in the army so many times. And I think I did my part. And I I go to America. Well, we come to America in 1959, and thanks God, I'm very happy here in this country. I have 3 daughters, and they're happy too.
Were her relatives located in Cleveland?
Who?
Your wife's?
Yeah, they live in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did any agency help you when you got into
Nothing.
to Cleveland?
Nothing. When I came to Cleveland, I had nothing. I had $10 in my pocket. When I came to Cleveland, you see, in Israel, I already had my own house. A Beit Mishataf, they have like a condominium here. Like, I had over there 2 rooms, a kitchen. That was my own place. When I have to go to America, I know I had money for the ship. I came with a ship to America, not by plane. And I had money. I have to sell this house. I sold the house just to pay for the ship, and I also paid for the plane in Israel to come from New York to Cleveland at the plane. So when I came to Cleveland, I had $10 in my pocket. I had money, nothing. I have 3 kids. One was 5 years old, and the other girl, my Henya, she was already finished the public school in Israel, and the other one was in the school, וחנה. I didn't understand English, nothing. It was very bad with the language. And for me, I went to my brother-in-law. He take me to the Jewish welfare from the beginning. Should they help me something? Should they help me with work, with a job? So I went with him to the Jewish welfare, Jewish family service, how you call it. I come over there. They ask me questions. I told them, I come from Israel, I have 3 kids. They say to me this way, if you come from Israel, here, to America, you never no come here to us no more, never shall you no walk in here to help. We no go help you nothing. We help Israel, and we no go help you, because you live Israel. You are, how you say this, like I'm a...
Traitor?
Like I'm a traitor, like I live Israel. So I tried to explain to them. I said, look, I did my part. I was in the army, and I'm already not so young. So I did my part. I come to the United States. What is wrong with this? We never help you nothing. They no help me. What that is what. See what that is what. I never no go over there to them, never no went to them, so they help. I said, maybe they're right. I said to myself, maybe they're right. Why I left you there? Why I should stay there?
Did you join a synagogue here?
Yes. I'm joined, I'm a member in High Jewish Center, and I'm a member of the Yeshiva Sadat, Truth Synagogue. And I am a member of Kol Israel organization. So anyway, I don't go no more today. But I went to Jewish, that they give the jobs, what do you call it?
Jewish vocational
service. I don't go myself. I find one man, an old man, Mr. Rosenberg, he's not here no more with us. And I talked to him, I told him the whole story. I cannot talk English. And I speak Yiddish, he speaks Yiddish. He said to me this way, first thing, you need a social security card. I don't know nothing about social security card. He said to me, I take you. So he take me in downtown. He fill out the papers, they give me a social security card. After with the card, he go with me in the Jewish Vocation Service, was in downtown on Ontario Street, I remember something like this. He went with me over there to Jewish Vocation. I come in over there, the name was Mr. Cohen, his name. I come to him, he talked to me, no one talked to me Jewish, he understands Jewish. No one talk just English, I don't understand English one word. He said to me, shall I go to school to learn English? I say, you're right. I will go to school to learn English. I need a job. I got kids. I need a room. I need give me a job. Any job you give me, I take. He said, you go to school to learn English. Then I go talk to you about a job. I said, Mr. Cohen, I talk Yiddish, he talk English. The other guy, Mr. Rosenberg, he explained to me. But I feel so bad. Like when he take a hammer, he give me in the head. I got better than it. And what can I do? I go home, I sit down with my wife, and the kids, we cry like babies. If I had money back in my pocket to go back to Yiddish, I would go right away back. What shall I do? What shall I do? Terrible. Somebody told me, give them coin machine on Prospect. He don't need people they can speak English. Go over there, maybe you can get a job. Mr. Rosenberg, he go with me over there. I don't know how to go. He go with me. I go over there, I come in. The boss, he eat lunch. I go straight to him. And I talk to him Yiddish. And he talked very good Yiddish to me. He was a very nice man, Mr. Giese. He said to me, where are you? I said, my name is Feigenbaum. I come from Israel. I have 3 kids, I have a wife, I want a job, give me a job. He say, you don't know English? Nothing. I say, no, I don't know English. He say, you don't need to know any English. All the refugees here, from Hungary, from Poland, they talking all the different languages. Just one guy, he was talking English. He was an electrician. Gay, he was his name, American, born here. He say, okay. He asked me, you come from Israel, you work in Shabbos? Saturday? I say, never in my life. Up to today, I no work Saturday. Just in the concentration camp that I was. Our other ways in Poland, he no work Saturday. My father was Orthodox Jew. And in Israel, I no work never Saturday. He say, I'm sorry, I cannot hire you. Because in my place, everybody works on Saturday. We work 4 hours or so, from 8 to 12 o'clock. If you not go work Saturday, say, the other people gonna go work. I can. I said, Mr. Giese, I say, if that's the case, I say, somebody swim on the ocean. If he got something, if you know he could save his life, you know he cut his hand, he got catch. He cut his hand. He got catch anyway. He think he got save the life. If you know, give me the job because that's the reason I have to work Shabbos. What can I do? I take the job because I was so. I take the job. So okay, he say I hire you at $1 an hour. I don't say nothing. I say okay, $1 an hour. I hire you. Work overtime. He say you go work over. Work over. So I work over there. I work Mr. Giese. Meantime, my wife came a job too. She worked for Majestic. She was making, I don't know, 80 or 90 cents an hour. Too. That was good. The kids go to school. And right away, I had a golden watch from Israel that I bring with me. And I want to sell the watch to pay $100. This guy, Mr. Rosenberg, he went away to Florida for 6 months. Exactly when I came. And I know had where to go to live. He say, I give you the rooms, I give you the beds, everything. I say, he said to me, you're very nice people. And I go away with my wife to Florida, you stay in my house, you pay me $100 a month, everything. That's very good for me. See, for me was maybe no good, maybe good, or was good because I had nothing. About $100 I have to pay him and I have the money. I was not had the job yet, before I catch the job. I take the golden watch I had, and I go, I want to sell. The people, I say, give me $100, what? Armband gold. And the one guy take the watch, he say, you give me back the watch, you already bring me back. He say, this gold is red gold. If it's yellow gold, I will buy from you. What can I do? Meantime, I start to work by Mr. Giese. So I was still living by my brother-in-law. It's just 1 week I was in the country. So I come to work, I show to the guy the watch. I show to Mr. Giese, to the boss. Oh, he said, that's a red gold, I cannot buy. If it's yellow, I will buy. One guy, a refugee, he take the watch, he bring me $100. I take the $100, I paid Mr. Rosenberg for the rooms. Next morning, they went away to Florida. And I start to work, my wife start to work. For $1 an hour, I start to work. Every time I go, Mr. Giese give me a raise. And the supervisor was very mad to me. Andre was his name. He said, why you go to the boss every time when he eats? I go lunchtime, because if I go on the time from work, he going to be mad to me. He going to say, why you leave the job? You come to me to talk. So I went in my time, lunchtime. And he was eating lunch too. So I went in, I said, Mr. Gieser, give me a raise. Oh, he said to me, the business is bad like this, you know. Sometimes he give me a nickel. I worked for 2 years, so that maybe I make $1.20. I looked in the papers. Meantime I went to school. I was living on Pennington, and I went to school to John High School, and you know, on Kinsman over there, John High School. In the night, I went over there, I started to learn a little bit English. I started to be a human being, you know, understand a little bit. And the guy where I was working over there, by Cleveland Coin Machine, the American guy, he talked to me English. And the other guys, they don't talk English. And I don't talk with them, and she said to me, Mr. Gates was very nice to me, so nice. He said, learn, just talk. Don't be ashamed if it's not good. Just talk. Talk English. If it's good, if it's not good, just keep talking. He talks to me all the time English. If it's not perfect, he says, it can be perfect. Talk. Yes, I talked. I went to school the night, and I learned. In the meantime, I started to look for another job. I looked at the plane deal every day. I understood a little bit. I looked. One time I looked in the paper, in the plane dealer, I see Lowman still. They're looking for... No, that was before this. I had another job by Bobby Brooks. Bobby Brooks. I went to Bobby Brooks, they was looking for people. I went over there. They need a sweeper to sweep the floor. I say, okay, I take the job. They give me $1.35 an hour. I make over there $1.20. $1.35 is more money. So I start to work here. I start 6 o'clock in the morning to work. I buy me a car, a Plymouth.
So life was improving here?
Life improving. I buy me a car, I make my license, driving time, buy me a car for $50, a Plymouth. Right holes I done all over. The guys, they was making jokes for me. They said, oh, you got an air-conditioned car. The air come in and call out. I say, so it was perfect for me. Anyway, my wife started to work, and the kids, they start to talk English in the school. We cut a little bit, you know. And I come back alive, and I work for Bobby Brooks. Same thing, I go over there to Mr. Rosenberg, was my manager for Bobby Brooks. And I go to Mr. Rosenberg, I say, Mr. Rosenberg, give me a raise, I have 3 kids. He told me like this, Mr. Rosenberg, you are Jew. How much money you gonna make? Not gonna be enough for you. That's the way he talked to me. One time I take the table. He was sitting, I turned over the table on him. He make me so mad, you know, and tell me like this, you are Jew, you make, oh, he go mad, they come to me, I do like I say, look, if somebody will do it to you, how you gonna feel? I work over there. My Bobby worked to 1966.
And then you went?
1966, Bobby worked. Sweep the floor. And I make over there when I leave the place for Bobby Brooks, maybe I make $1.50 an hour. $1.45 or $1.50, something like this. I was working overtime. If they give me, I was happy. Never take vacation. Otherwise, ask to work for the vacation. If I don't work, should they give me the money? Always start to save a little bit money, you know. Enough in this money what we make. I used to go on the market to buy food, everything. We don't go in the restaurants, never, you know. Never. Just my wife cook in the house, and just we buy food and we cook, we eat. The kids, we never go to restaurants. No. So anyway, I work over there. And we save some money. In the rent, so meantime, Mr. Rosenberg come back from Florida. I have to give him back the rooms. Or we look apartments. We go rent rooms. They no one rent me rooms because I have kids, 3 kids. Nobody won't rent me. Finally, when you could hide Boulevard, in an apartment, find an apartment over there. He give me the room. Very good man. Very good man. He was very good to us. He said, you got to pay me $100. The other people pay me $130. He said, you pay me $100. We start to save a little bit money. I leave over there, it was 1966. I leave over there, and that guy, a Jewish guy, he sold the house, the building. And a German guy, he buy the building from him. So he know one Jewish people over there in the building. So what he do, say he know one Jewish people, he cannot say that. What he did, he sent me in. He won $250 a month, which I paid. More than double what I paid. I cannot pay so much money. Oh, what to do? We go look for rooms. We go come on Glenmont. You know Glenmont, Mayfield in Coventry, Mayfield in Superior. I find a two-family over there. The guy lives downstairs, and upstairs they rent me the room. And they tell me they give us a day where to wash the clothes in the basement, to push the clothes. I used to wash the clothes in the basement. My wife was tired, she come home with the kids, you know, to cook, so I wash the clothes. I used to do this, not today. So anyway, these people, they make us miserable their life. If you work, no good. If you stay, no good. I woke up every day, 5:30 in the morning. I start to work 6 o'clock. I work with no shoes, so they don't listen. Anything you do was no good. Okay. And they don't let me wash the clothes in the basement. It makes me miserable, the warm. I say to my wife, we have to buy a house. We cannot leave. Other people, no one give us rent a house. We was already saved this time by $4,000. We have in the bank by $4,000 saved. Every penny we could be saved. So we started to look for a house. Take about 6 months. We look. Too much money all over. Find out, we come on Bushnell. I looked the house. He said $21,000 they want for the house. And make all the papers. He said you have to pay $1,000. Not a down payment, just when you make the papers.
Deposit.
I had to go to the bank and I had nothing. Checking, nothing. I didn't know nothing but this. I go to the bank, make a check, and give him $1,000. He go to the man in the house. The man was an old home already, an old man. And I give her offer $18,000. You know, they want 21, like 18. We go over there. The guy he go down to 20. He come back to me at 19. They know one. The lawyer already had the house. The old man he give to the lawyer. The lawyer say, that's it, 20,000. You cannot buy less. So, okay, no, buy the house. I go to the bank. The bank no one give me the money. I go to Cleveland Ross. I go to Shaker Savings. I go Higher Savings. Of course, I no had credit. Because I no bought nothing. I no had credit. And I no had, they say, how much money I make in that time. This is not enough. I will not be able to pay because I have 3 kids. He go with me, the guy Mr. Levin, but the real estate. He go with me to Central National Bank and Coventry. I was with. He go with me to the manager. He was a very good guy. He explained to him. He say, look, he paying rent where he live. He go pay you too. Why he not go pay? He asked me how much money I can pay. I say I got $4,000. He say you need $5,000 to make a down payment, and you can get a mortgage. $15,000 for 20 years. $4,000. What to do? I need $1,000. I explained to one good friend of mine. I told him, I now go to mine. Just one friend, never forget him. And I told him the story. I will buy a house, and the bank say I have to pay $5,000. And I got 4. Next morning, he bring me $1,000 cash in the house. He's white, he's white. No papers, no nothing. No ask me nothing. He give me the $1,000 and make a down payment for the house, and I moved in the house.
Yes, it's a lovely house.
You see, I moved in the house. What I want to tell you, nobody helped me, nothing. And I had help from nobody, just this man, I pay him back the money. I pay him that, you know. I don't make him a favor, I pay him back. He make me a favor, he give me the money, but he was good for me. The other way, nobody helped me, nothing.
No one helped?
Nobody, no family, no Jewish welfare, no, not 1 cent, nothing. Myself, my hands, but I was working. That's the hand, my hand.
Do you ever talk about the Holocaust now to people? Do you find that you tell them your experiences?
I tell you the truth. I don't got who to talk about it. And people, no one listen about it. If I come together, they survivors too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know, if I come together, I have in Cleveland people, we were together in the camp. We come, in this week one guy came to my house. We started to mention. We were sitting over there and we looked, the guy was dying. He was talking over there and the other people was dying. Sit and die, you know. Sit and die. And the grapes was open, we was dropping the bodies in the grapes like this every time. That's what we were talking. We come together and have, you know, like this. We're still talking like this. The survivors, we're still talking about it.
Did you talk to your family about it?
I talk all the time to my family.
Mm-hmm.
All the time I talk. When I come together with my kids, I talk all the time. I mention. I never forget 1 minute. I cannot sleep in the night. And I have one night, since I survived from the labor camp, from the concentration camp, so I can sleep through the night. Every night I'm fighting with the Germans. Every night I see the machine gun from my eyes. I sit and hide killing the people. Hide the people fall in the grave. Hide shoot them in the head. I got from my eyes. And when I go eat, or when I go sleep, or when I go to a wedding, or when I go to a party, all the time I got this from my eyes, from my mind. It's never not go away from my mind. And when I sleep, or when I eat, or when I talk to you, or when I talk to my wife, to my kids, that's all the time my mind. Not going away from my mind. You will never know how long I'll be alive. How can you forget it? Can you forget what I saw in all of this years, in all of this time, what they did to people, to babies, just because they were Jewish people? Just one reason why they were Jews. I'm a Jew, what I saw. Who can you tell? Nobody will believe you. You see lots of people today, they say, no happen, never no happen.
Is that why you've decided to tell your story?
That's what I try. I would be happy to tell more in other places. If people want to listen, I go all over to say, should people know what happened? If I not going to be here, should people know what happened to our Jewish people? Why they kill them? Why? Because they were Jews. That's one reason. Not other reason. No other reason. Just they want to liquidate all the Jewish people. That was the reason. That's the reason why I'm ready to go to tell any place all over the world, no matter different. Should people know what happened? Plenty grapes that I saw, but the bear that nobody survived, I know.
How do you feel as a Jew in this country?
I feel very good. I'm very happy in this country as a Jew. It's a free country. You can go in any temple you want. You can send your kids in any Jew. My kids, they was in Jewish school. They grew up in the Hebrew Academy, another Jewish school. My kids, the Jewish teacher, the English teacher. My daughter finished John Kerry University. She finished the Orthodox Hebrew Academy, Yavne teacher, seminar. No matter. In this country, not like Russian. In Russian, you cannot send your kids in a Jewish school. Here in America, you are free, man. You are Jews, free, can go anywhere you want. You can send your kids, they can grow up, they can be rabbis, they can be doctors, they can be engineers, professors, everything. I feel very happy here in this country. I like this country. I'm very proud of this country. I thank every day this country, but they give me my life, they liberated me, and all the Jewish people that they liberated in the concentration camp. But this America, God bless this country. In Israel, God bless it.
I want to thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, and we really appreciate it.
I have to. It's not easy for me. I go home, I go lay down all the day. I mean, if I headache. I have to say that for the future. Should people know what happened? Somebody has to say that.
Thank you.
And everybody, all the people that they survived, they should say what happened. It's not easy. It's very difficult. Right? That's what I told you, just like one drop in the ocean. It's nothing yet.
Thank you. We've been talking with Mr. Leon Feigenbaum.
I thank you very much that you listened to me and that you asked me the question. I'm very happy you listened to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. what they was killing. And I was working in the shoemaker shop over there. When I went in the morning, we work. In the evening, we come back in the camp. When we come back in the camp, we have to make exercises. They call this exercises. They start us up in the lines. We have to run. In the was snow, in the was cold, no matter. You fall down on the ground, and you have to, on your stomach, to, you know, like, and a lot of people, they kill this way. And every day, you stay up in the lines, and the head up, and the head down, head up, Mädchen up in German, and every day like this, going on, and the killing going on, terrible.
Do you remember if you were afraid at that time when you saw all these people dying and you could smell the smoke?
I was not afraid, nothing. I just want to die already. I was, nobody think about it, you go survive. Nobody. You smell the smell from the people going through the chimney, and you feel the smell. You know, maybe my body tomorrow go through to the chimney. I mean, somebody go smell my body. Just every day you see the smoke day and night going to the chimney.
At this time, did you know what had become of the other family members?
From my family?
Yes.
Every day when they bring transport with people, they bring a lot of people in the camp. And I looked every day, I looked, maybe somebody come from my family. Nobody, never. All the time that I was in the concentration camps, in the labor camp, every day they bring transport with people. I looked, I not see nobody. All the time, I never not find nobody. I knew they dead. I knew this, they kill it. I know they take my family, my mother, and my brothers, and the sisters, and my uncles, and the tantes, they take them to Treblinka, 1942. And they burn them up, they put them in the gas chambers over there, and they burn them up. All of my family, I know this. But I was not sure. I was thinking maybe somebody survived. But everybody dead. They killed all of my family. I'm just one survivor from another family. I was a big family. Cousins and uncles and tantes and everything. Everybody they killed. So anyway, I was working my Majdanek. It was any kind of religious people from all over the world in Majdanek, not just Jews. I was in this time was not much Jews in Majdanek. It was by 18,000 Jews. And one day, the Germans say in the morning, just all the Jews walk outside. Nobody, just the Jews. And we were walking out by the doors, the Germans staying around, they beat up everybody to walk out, fast, schnell, go out. You wouldn't go out. How we went out, we staying up in the lines. Meantime, they make big graves, not far from the crematorium. They make big graves over there. We don't know this, they make the grave. We don't know nothing about it. And they put around little, like, they call it vieges, little place to put a machine gun on the top, you know, around. Little like, to stay over there, you know, the soldiers, and they stay, you see, soldiers, they stay and something can play. And but the graves, they put around little rooms like this, and they put the machine guns around by the graves, and they put loudspeakers, you know. And the radio was playing, so the people outside, so they know listen what's going on, shooting over there. So the music was playing, and they said all the Jewish people go out. When we walked out, was by 18,000 Jews left in Majdanek. That was end of 1943, that's the beginning. I believe that was end of December 1943. We went out, we stayed there up, they started to take the 100, to march. March, you know what march is, to walk to the grave, so they make the grave. When the people start to walk to the grave, they walk to the grave, and the machine gun was shooting the people, and they fall straight in the grave. And this way was they shooting 18 the people. My turn come in too. When I start to walk to the grave, I was not far away. When I saw where the people fell in the grave, when the machine guns was shooting in the people, and they was found down in the grave, the German where I was working in the shoe shop, he come out, the head, you know, the big guy. And he said to the Germans that they were shooting the people, say, give me my people back. How can I run the shoe shop? I don't have the people. If you kill the people, what we go do? So they decided they go take the shoemakers back to the shoe shop. So they start to call the numbers, everybody by the number, you know. They call my number too. I go call. Was already a lot dead. They was already killed a lot too. So all of these people, they take me out. And the other one they shoot. They kill everybody. We survived 150 Jewish people survived in Majdanek, and 50 women, Jewish women. That was survived in Majdanek, maybe by 700,000 Jewish people that they killed. Kids, children, women, men, old, young, no matter. One reason because they were Jews. No, nothing. There was no reason. Just because they were Jews. That they were killed. They killed them over there. 18,000 people in the graves. And they covered up because they don't have time, you know, to put in the gas chamber so many people one day. And I was still working in the shoe shop. And when I come back, you know, I have trouble. Because, you know, the other people, they was not Jewish, they make us trouble. They say to me, oh, tomorrow you go through the chimney. Through the chimney, that means when you burn up the body, the chimney, here, this is a chimney, you see? That's a chimney. That's the where they put inside the people, they burn them up, and this is the chimney. So they take the people, and every day they tell me this, hey, Jew, tomorrow you go through the chimney. After they was killing everybody already, we was left back by 150 Jews in 50 women, Majdanek. That's what you was listening from the other people.
Now, who were these people who were telling you that? Were these the Polish people or Germans? Or?
They was Germans, was Polish people, was Germans and French. From all over the world, you had people in Majdanek. Not because in the beginning, they were killing just Jews. And later on, they started to kill them too. The other people too. So that was a little bit easy for us, you know, when they start to kill them, so they know making funny from us. So they know they're going to die too. Understand? But we had trouble in the beginning. That's what's going on. So I was working in Majdanek, and I saw that everything was going on every day, and we still had trouble. We was in the barrack, because I was Jewish. With the other people I have to take, they told me everything and this and that and that. I was no worry about nothing. Just I would be happy if I died. I won't die, that's all. So I was over there in Majdanek, and I looked at everything what's going on. Terrible, terrible. There's all of these things, you know. And they want you to go wash. Go wash. You go wash. Take a shower. They don't give you nothing soap. They give you the soap. But they make from the Jewish people, well, you cannot wash up, you know, the dirt, sometimes you make very dirty, you know. It's not go up. So they beat you up. They beat you. You're not clean, they beat you up. So anyway, in Majdanek, one day, they decided they go take away us from Majdanek, the Jewish people. They take away 50 women and 150 men. They take us away from Majdanek, they put us in railroad cars. They take us away in a camp, but the name was Płaszów, near Krakow. That was a big camp. This camp was made on a Jewish cemetery. And this camp was maybe about 5,000-6,000 people, Jewish people over there. There was gypsies too. We came over there, and this camp was not a concentration camp. It was a labor camp. There was not crematorium, was not gas chamber there, nothing like this. But just they had a place where they killed the people. The place they called it Schojowa Górko in Polish, in German. That was a little hill. When they kill the people, they take him on the hill over there, they shoot him. After they shoot him, they make one pile and they burn him up. That's what's going on every day. So when I come to Płaszów, the leader from Płaszów, the German, his name was Get. He was a big sadist, a big murderer, a killer, a big killer. And the leader in the camp, his name was Chelevich, a Jewish guy. So we came from Majdanek to Płaszów. In the morning, if we come out, they stay us up to make the, you know, like soldiers, stay straight, you know, like this. So we was already like professional soldiers. We straight, we had this uniform. They don't have this uniform yet there. They were civil clothes. Well, the German, he come, he look, we make so nice, you know, staying up like this and like this and like this, everything's nice. So it's come down, this thing. I don't know how to put them back. So, anyway, the German, he come in, he liked the way we're doing, and he don't like the way the other people do. They go and take him too long to stay up, the line. So he say, the German, he say to the leader from the camp, to the Jewish guy, he said, tomorrow I want everybody to be dressed in this pashakis. They call it pashakis, stripes. In English, it's stripes. But in German, it's pashakis. He want all the people to be dressed tomorrow in this clothes. Oh, the leader, the Jewish guy, he was afraid. It's very bad for him. He was afraid it's going to be no good because we do it so good. So he told the German that we sick people. We sick. He want us to kill us, to the German. The German was smart. He said to him, if they be sick, they will kill him over there. They will not bring him here. So anyway, they put us on a quantarium, You cannot go out, you cannot in. Quantarium. He close us up, separated, because he say we're sick. We cannot mix up with other people. Oh, with all clothes, nothing. Quantarium, you cannot go nothing. They bring us in food. It was for 8 days. Later the Germans say, no, you give them clothes, let them go to work. They're not sick. If they will be sick, they will kill them over there. The leader from the camp, he was afraid. Maybe go make trouble for him, not go be good. So anyway, they give him strife to the other people. Everybody was in this strife like this, working. They put me to work over there. Was a place, Wieliczka, and I worked a salt mine, in the salt mine. I was working with in Płaszów. And I had my couple, a couple in German, the couple was like a foreman, This couple was a big killer. He was a German. He was not Jewish. He was a German. He killed somebody. They put him over there in the concentration camp. And he was my couple. He beat me every day. He beat me to death every day. He make me so much. Every day they beat me. Anyway, I work in the cold, in the salt mine. I was, every day they bring people over there. They shoot people every day. Bring them on the hill, Huyova Gurko they call it. And every day you see killing, shooting people on this hill. And they burn them up. Make piles, burn them up right away. After they kill him, there was a doctor. The doctor come, he take the gold teeth out from the people. And that's what's going on in Płaszów. Every day. Killing and terrible.
Did you get enough to eat there?
We don't have enough to. We have to eat. We had was a little bit better than in Majdanek, in Płaszów. But it's not a concentration camp, it's a labor camp. We can buy food if somebody had money. We can buy, because people coming in the camp was people, there was nothing camp, they was just coming to work. If you know that Christian, and they bring in bread. If somebody had something, if she have a piece of gold, you can give him a piece of gold to bring you a bread. Or anything, something, you have a watch, you give him a watch, you bring in a bread. You see something, they kill people every day, so sometimes you find something before they drop away, And not in concentration camp. It cannot happen like this. In concentration camp, when you walk in, you leave right away everything over there. And the labor camp are different. So anyway, it was a little bit better the food over there in Płaszów, like in the other place. So I was in Płaszów, I was working over there in Wieliczka, and they bring me back to Płaszów. They make a big selection one day. You know what a selection is? They choose. These people know, like you go on the market, you buy horses, you look which horse is good, you make him to run. You see this horse run good, this runs not good. So that's what they did with us. All of the Germans, they stay over and around, and they take all the people taking off the clothes. We have to walk through, like a big parade, without clothes, and they look which bodies he like and which body he not like. Some people was very skinny, some people was swollen up, and people was, look no good, the body. So they say, taken away. There are all of these people, taken away maybe about 2,000 or 3,000. There's a selection. That's what they call it, a selection.
Do you remember what you were thinking at that time?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nothing. I don't care about nothing. My mind was just dead. I looked every day what's going on, looking at the killing, looking at when they're hanging the people every day, when they kill them, when they shoot them, when they put them in the gas. Ain't no mind for me. I know I go die, because we was thinking that we go die. We know we not go survive. That was are mine. Nobody will survive. That's what you look what's going on. How can I survive if they kill everybody here? So anyway, they make a selection. Everybody walk through with no clothes, nothing. And I walk through too. Oh, thanks God, they not take me to die. They take away about 3,000-4,000. They put them away to Auschwitz. And they put them down, they kill them over there. I was still here, in Płaszów, working. The leader, the Jewish guy, he make lots of trouble for us. And his wife was a little, she was a little woman. She make trouble for the woman, but they come from Majdanek too. Because, there was, I read, like you in the army for 3 years, and somebody go come in the first day. That's what we was already. So they was afraid. So anyway, one day, the Germans, they make a big transport, Jews, that was in 1944, in August. They put us in railroad cars in Płaszów, 120 people in a railroad car. The railroad cars like animals that they put in. No windows, no, was a little window with wires. Just a little window with wires. Everybody sit down in the railroad car, like herring, one and the other one. 120 people, You cannot stay, you cannot just sit down. And they give everybody a piece of bread and put in the railroad car. And they take us away to Auschwitz. They take us to Kiel over there, to Auschwitz. I remember, when we came to Auschwitz, it was about 2 o'clock in the night. The whole transport, the railroad, goes straight into Auschwitz. We come into Auschwitz, we looked, 2 chimneys was working. The smell was working. And the dead people was laying around all over. A lot of dead people. The German over there, he saw we come in. In the other Germans that they bring us in, he said, the German from Auschwitz said, what for you bring this shit in? That's what he said, shit, fast. He said, look, I got plenty of shit here. I don't got time to burn this up. How can I burn up this, to kill this? I don't have time. He said to the German, what he bring us in, the German, take this shit back. I don't want him here. That's why he talked to the German. So, we was looking. So they take the whole transport away. They take us away to Austria. Not to Poland, to Austria. We traveled for 8 days to Austria. No food, no nothing. I was sitting by the wall in the railroad car. In the middle, who was sitting in the middle was dead already. Dead. Who was sitting in the side was looking. They hear this? He was looking because if you sit in the middle, one lay down on the other one. One, you see, in the middle in the railroad car. You are sitting on the side, you lay down on the wall, that's where you survive. I sit on the wall. So we travel, no food, no water, no nothing. Or we can find out to Mauthausen, to this place where they take us, was maybe from the railroad car about 2 miles to the camp. The Germans, they open the railroad cars and they start to holler, walk out everybody, cannot move. Who was alive, he cannot move, You sitting for 8 days. I was not able to stay up. You cannot stay up, you cannot move. And they say out, they start to beat with the rifles in their head. Anyway, I don't know how, I stay up. My legs, I cannot pick up my. They beat you like this, you don't know nothing. I go down, I don't know how I go down. They beat the dead bodies, was laying dead people. Every railroad car was maybe 80 dead, maybe 100 dead, maybe 20 people survived, was 120 people in a railroad car, or maybe 20 survived. And they beat with the rifles, the dead people, go out, they was dead already. So anyway, we come out, who was alive, who was looking, we walk out. And you have to stay nice in the line, after this. And we start to walk to the camp. Mauthausen, to the concentration camp. We start to walk. It's a big hill to go to the camp. All was so difficult, cannot walk, cannot go. I tell you the truth, I do not think that's it. I could die. I don't know how. I can power my leg in this time, and I make to the camp. And I walk to the camp. We came to the camp, to Mauthausen. We came, they bring us by the gas chamber. Same thing, like Majdanek. But we come by the gas chamber, they say, take off the clothes. Everybody, take off everything. They give a towel and a piece of soap. I already know this, but this time maybe I go die. I knew that. I was thinking, maybe I go die this time. Anyway, I go in the door, staying two Germans, with two overpipe, and they knock in the head. Left, right, same thing. I don't know how, I was looking. Again I was looking, and they put me in to life. I take a shower, the other people go into the gas chamber to die. Okay, after take a shower, I walk throughout the other side, no come back in this side no more. In this side where you walk in the concentration camp, you know, no come back, no more. In this way when you walk in this door, you walk out another door. You never know come back. If you have some money, something, jewelry, it stays over there. They take away everything. So anyway, after the shower coat, they give me this clothes, concentration camp clothes. And I go in, Mauthausen, they take us in, who was alive. They put us in on quarantine over there. Quarantine, that means they lock you up. You cannot go out, you cannot go in. Mauthausen, that was a camp, you can see just the sky in the ground, no more. That's not wires. Mauthausen, they make, it's not made from wires. That was a big concentration camp. That was making from stones. In Mauthausen was a big camp, but not one camp, was a lot camp. Same thing like Majdanek. Was different because you cannot see nothing. In Majdanek you could see through the wires, the other people. In Mauthausen you cannot see nothing, but make a high built from the stone. In the other camp you don't know what's going on. This was one camp, was maybe more than 10, more than 20 camps. Was camp 1, camp 2, like this, was not one place. So anyway, Mauthausen, I stay in quarantine. They no give clothes, nothing. One time they come to take me to work. The work was a stone mine, stones. In this mine they build the camp. They make the walls with the stones in Mauthausen. Mauthausen was built in 1934. When Hitler became the power, right away they started to build Mauthausen. Mauthausen, every stone was cost human beings. But they make the camp. The camp, they make from the stones. And from these stones, the people have to carry the stones. When they bring them in the mine, everybody has to take a stone to put on the shoulder. If you're not able to put a stone on the shoulder, they shoot you. Right there. That the Germans say, you die. He come and say, you take 100 Jewish people over there to work. He say, 20 died over there on the road. He not say he shoot them. He can shoot them. They give him the right to do anything he wants, but he not say he shoot them. He say they died. Like this. I don't know how. I take the stone on my shoulder, and I bring the stone where I have to go. At one time I was in this stone mine work. I was lucky one time. So when I bring the stone over there, to where everybody put, I see what they're doing with the stones over there. They are making, they build every time more and more and more.
What were they building?
They just make the camps, you know. Mm-hmm. They build the walls every time. They take away and they give you work to do. You know, like make a hole here, and you make a hole here, they say cover up this hole, make another hole. That's the work. That's what they're going on. And beating you up every time. Beat you up to death. That's what's happening. Beat you all the time. Beat you. In the head. Majdanek, they beat me in the head. They beat me my teeth. They beat me my body all over was beat. One time they take me Majdanek out. I was just 14 days. And on these 14 days, I was beaten more than in the other camp. They take me, the German started to beat me up, and I fell down with his boots in my head. I had lots of holes in my head. He beat me up. I was not able to stay up. And it was terrible. Terrible. No, they don't give us food a couple of days, nothing to eat. In Mauthausen, we came over there. That was a big death concentration that was killing a lot of people over there. That's what's going on day and night, killing the people. So one day, they decided, they say they need schlosses. You know what? Two makers. I don't know. I pick up my hand. I say I'm a two maker. I'm going to die anyway here. I don't know what they want. So they want two makers. So they take away from this place maybe about 400 people from Mauthausen. Maybe 20 Jews from this 400. Maybe 20 Jews. That was not Jewish people. It was Russian, Polish, French, Greek, Hollandish, any kind, maybe 20 Jewish people. They take us away in a place they call the St. Valentin in Austria. This place, they had a big factory over there. They make tanks. There was working over there by 250,000 people, by these tanks. And these people was from all over the world. They bring in these people. It was not Jewish people. There's Polish people and Greeks from all over the world. Been back 250,000 was working in this place, in St. Valentin. That's what they make tanks. When we came over there, we have to build a camp ourselves. But it's not a camp, it's nothing there. So that's a big forest, trees. We have to knock these trees out. There was lots of German soldiers to watching us there. We have to knock these trees out. We have to make a camp to make barracks, barracks, rooms where to live. We will make everything. We don't have a gas chamber over there. We don't have a crematorium, a chimney where they burn up the people, nothing like this. Just to build the camp, make around electric wires, and we make the barracks, everything. After we finish this, come from the factory, come the big manager, I don't know what he was, the big guy. He come in the camp to us, and we stay up lines to trees, and he ask everybody, what kind schlosser you are, what you know to do. You are drill, or you this, and do this. He asked me. I don't know what to tell him. He was a smart man. He was not a soldier. He was civil men. In the factory, they were just civil people, not soldiers. But the SS, they was watching us around. When he came with more people over there. What a whole group they came. He got the head from the factory. He came, and he asked everybody. He asked me. I didn't know what to tell him. I didn't know nothing but tool making. I not say that he was smart. He was a good man. He was Austrian, German. He was a good, smart man. He know I know answer him. In the Germans, the SS staying around, he pass. He go through. Ask me no more questions. He looked already, I'm not a tool maker. So anyway, he go, ask everybody. There was some people tool makers. From all of 400, maybe was 22 makers. And the rest was nothing. Everybody won't go away from Mauthausen. Everybody won't save their life. So he said, he's a tool maker, no matter. I go die over there, so no matter, just go away from here to change the place. So tomorrow morning, everybody have to come to the factory. The SS, the Germans, they bring us to the factory. They're not allowed to go inside. The SS, they stay outside, and just watching us. All the people was working, they was not concentration camp people, they was also like, they bring in like, you know, to work. But they bring in the Germans, but they catch them to work, like this. But they was free, they had camps free, nobody was watching them. We was concentration camp people, you know, they was watching us, the Germans, outside, because we wore this uniform. Nobody was wearing this uniform, just we. And everybody had a number here for us, and they call us by the numbers, everything. And here we had also on the number was a red star, like a star, you know. So we come over there in the factory to work. In this, the big shots, the Obermeister, they call him, the Obermeister. Obermeister in English, I can be, you know, like the big manager. He come, he give everybody to work here, to work here, to work here. He come to me. He said, what you do? And I start to cry to him. I was already half dead. Half life, maybe more than half dead. And I cried to him. And it was not SS, just civil people. And I cry, I say, listen, sometime a human being, you tell him something, he had a feeling, something, you know. And I cry like a baby. You know. I say to him, listen, you see I'm already dead, half dead. I'm all of my family, the Germans killed. I told him like this. My father, my mother, my sisters, my brother, my cousins, my uncle, everybody dead, they kill everybody. I'm one survivor in the whole city. And I say, I suffered so much already. It was already 1944, and I told him, not the whole thing, how can you tell him in a minute? A little bit. I say, if you not save my life, they go kill me. They said, you not say nothing. He just listen what I tell him. And he think what to do. He walk away from me. He was thinking, you know. He almost cry. I look. He take a broom. He give me the broom. He say to me, machen Sie sauber here. Clean over there. It's in German. He clean up here, sweep over there. And he walk away from me. And I was sweep a day, 2 days. And he come to me. He was afraid. The Germans, they was afraid one for the other one too. And he was a big shot. He was afraid for the other Germans. So he stays over there and he talked to me over there. See? Like, nobody listen. And nobody see, he talked to me. And he say to me, youngster, like this, if you go sweep, they go kill you. They don't need you for a sweeper here. I got plenty of sweepers here, Germans, he said. I go take you for night shift. He talk over there, like talk to me, like he talk like this. Well, he talk to me. He say, I go for night shift next week, and I go take you for night shift, go change you. You see, he was so smart. He won't save my life. Otherwise they will kill me. And he went, have to go night shift. He told them over there he have to work night. He go night shift. And he be able, because in the night was not the big shots over there. He show me, teach me by a machine, a driller machine, how to drill. Make rams, rams for the wheels. He show me. This guy, he saved my life. He showed me how to make this. He said, if you not go do this, then you go be dead. They go kill you. No one saves your life, he told me.
Do you remember his name?
I cannot remember the name. He was a very tall guy. I know he was from Vienna, Austria. He put me on this machine. He looked at it. I know how to work on the machine. I worked on the machine, good. So it changed back to day shift. He worked on day shift too. Sometimes he eat lunch. He left over some. If you know left over, like he drop, on the garbage, like you drop. You eat here, you drop like this. He drop away a piece, food, something. I know already he dropped. He not tell me nothing. He was afraid to tell me. Should I go pick up? Maybe somebody listen. The Germans, they was afraid one for the other one. You see? I go and pick up something to eat over there. What a piece, bread, something like this. He saved my life. So I was working over there in the factory. When we come home in the camp, in the evening, we have trouble in the camp, you know. You have to do this, you have to do this, they beat you up, and you have to go wash. You come home from the factory, it was very dirty. Dirty, you know, from the grease, work by the machine in grease. So they take us in the shower. It was a shower, it was not hot water, just cold water. In no soap, they don't give you soap. They want you to wash, clean up. How can you wash up clean with cold water? Grease no good, terrible. I take with my skin, the skin off last time. Should not be the grease on my hand. And the Germans, they stay by the door and they look everybody in the ears. They look the face. If you're not clean, they beat you up very bad. You know what they did? They made barrels. They put big barrels of water. You know what a barrel is? A barrel, you know. Mm-hmm. They put water in the barrel. Somebody was dirty. They put him in the barrel and the water, he died. You know, the water was so high, you know, higher than me, that they put 8 feet barrels in, space like this, and you was 5 feet, you die automatically when you go in the barrel in the water. You cannot swim over there. It's just, you know, fall down inside, and that's it. They die. That's what they did in St. Valentin trial. So we was there. I remember the American planes, they used to come in the morning, 10 o'clock, to bomb this place. One time come 3 planes, we don't know, they make alarm, you know, alarm, they call it flea alarm in German. That's the siren, you know, siren. It make the noise, how you call it?
Siren.
Siren, yeah. To make the siren, everybody run out. We have to run underground. We had over there, all the people. And we have to work separate. We cannot work together with the other people. We, the concentration camp people, the strife, the Germans, the SS was outside, and they take us to another place. We cannot go to another place. And after it was over, the sirens, we come back to work. Later, come the American planes, they bombed the place, they bombed. So every time when they come to bomb, when the sirens was, so we went out from the place, they take us to the camp. In the camp, where we was in the camp, we had, you know, where to stay over there, to hire. It was open, graves like this, you know, to make. We saw everything. Anyway, they bombed this place too. They don't know this is a concentration camp. They bombed it, the Americans. It was maybe one time about 15 deaths. A little piece come in my hand here, and I have still, you can see a mark here. Anyway, after this we go back to work, we work. One day, they come, the Americans, they destroy the whole place, bombed everything. You can find from the machines pieces, miles away, pieces. They come maybe about 1,000 planes, 10 o'clock in the morning, American plane. Every inch was bombs dropped on all the factory. The factory was very big, big place.
What kinds of things did the factory make?
Tanks. Yeah, went out every day by 5 or 6 tanks a day. They must make in this place. 250,000 people worked there. So they bombed the whole thing. After they bombed the thing, they take us away in another concentration camp. There was the place that was named Ebensee. The name Ebensee. Oh, when we came to Ebensee, it was terrible over there. Same thing. We come in over there. take us by the gas chamber over there, had a gas chamber. Then they have to go, the same thing, take off the clothes, and they give you a towel, and they give you a piece of soap. You have to go in, the same thing. Go in over there, they go left and right. Some people go right over in the gas chamber, some people go through. I was lucky all the time. And I went through straight. After I take the shower, and broke out from the other side, I said, no, see the people. But we came together. Maybe about 350 people, but we come back from this, I don't see them no more. I have already they killed over there in the gas chamber. And this camp was made maybe for 10,000 people. And they bring over there maybe 100,000 people. This was already in 1944, and 1944, beginning, no, this was already my 1945, when I come over there. 1945. They bring all the people from the other camps, you know, they bring over there, because the war was going on already in Germany, and there was lots of camps already took over from the Russians and from the Americans, and they bring to this camp all the people from the other camp. It was maybe 100,000 people they bring it. There was no room. It was terrible. No food, killing, hanging every day. Was impossible.
Did you have any hope at that time that you would be liberated soon?
No, no way.
Even with the planes coming?
No way, nothing. Because I still was in their hand. And they say they're going to finish us. They never not say we're going to survive. They say they're going to finish all the Jews. From the beginning they say the Jews, later they say they're going to finish all the people. And the Christian too, not just the Jews. You see, from the beginning they just work on the Jews. They kill the Jews. From the beginning. When they finish with the Jews, they don't have the Jews, they kill the other people too. They kill the Christians. They don't matter who, Catholic, Christian, they bring from the churches. Every day they bring, they kill them over there. Every day they bring full trucks from the churches. The fathers, you know, like this, popes, they kill them. Same thing. They say they're going to kill everybody. They're going to make just one nation German. Deutschland, über alles auf der Welt. That's what they say. German all over the world. That's what they say. So how can you think you're going to survive? What you already saw in this all life that I was through. Well, how can I think I survive? Can I survive? And they just, I know because I'm Jew, that's why they kill me, that's why they kill all the brothers and sisters and all the family and all the Jewish people, because nothing, just because Jewish. So, I was over there in Ebensee, and they bring every day other people, and they kill other people. And they had over there mines, stone mines. We was working the mines, like mines over there. In these mines, they say they're going to kill the people, finish them up over there. We had a gas chamber, we had also a crematorium in Ebensee. The crematorium was working day and night, too. I wouldn't do it, beating people, hanging people every day. Every day. Hanging, you see people hanging by the legs, by the hands. Somebody, they put in the gas chamber, that was easy way, if you was lucky already. They put in the gas chamber. Or they would make very bad, somebody die, so they hang them up by the leg or by the hand. If they hang you here by the head, it was very easy. Take you a minute. Like, you put you around here in death. I saw that in the thousands, in my eyes, when they hang the people. When they put you by the neck, they're very, very easy death. It's nothing. It's 1 second. Or when they hang by the legs, the blood starts to run from your face and mouth, and just take a long time before you die. Or they hang you by the hand. That's what's worse. That's people take a long time to die. You suffer a lot. Yes, people was hollow. It was very painful.
Do people ever resist there?
How can you resist? How can you resist? When you stay around by a machine gun, And you know what they do? They have dogs. And they say to the dog, they say, is the Mensch. I was the dog. They say this way. In German, they say Mensch, name them Hund. Mensch, the dog is the Mensch, and I'm the Hund, that's me. I am the dog, and the dog is the human being. And they say to the dog, human being, take the dog. The German, the dog was very treated, very good. And they say to him, take the Hund. The dog right away jump on you and put you down on the ground, right away. He jump and take you, you are already done, right away. They have the dog, what they kill people too, not the Germans.
So you never saw anybody try to resist?
Yes, I saw.
You did see some
in
people.
Majdanek, when the people was walking. I told you before they were walking to the grave, when they were shooting 18,000 Jewish people in the grave with a machine gun. Was Jewish people, but they went out, they jumped on the German. When he jumped on the German, right away they kill him. The Germans stay with the machine gun. Right away. When you walk to the grave, the Germans walking with you. You're not walking alone. You're walking to 100 people. It was maybe 150 Germans on the 100 Jews. And they had any kind of ammunition in their hand. They had short machine guns, they had big machine guns, they had rifles, they had pistols, everything. They have dogs. If you move, they told you, if you're going to move, you're right there. There was large people, but they jumped on the Germans. Large people, a lot. They jumped. They grabbed it, they won't kill them, the Germans. Can you do with the hand? You beat them up. Right away, they shoot you. When you go out, when you just move in the line, automatically they shoot you. Right away. How people say, why not do nothing? Why you let you kill you? When you hijack a plane today, what can you do? They stay with a machine gun and